Arm Balances series. Today's class will be about the handstands. Alex is here to help us. She will be demonstrating, I will be explaining, so I can focus in on some key positions. The most important body part in the handstands are the wrists. They are not used to carrying all our weight. So if you haven't done the warm-up, I recommend you get back to it. But just in case, we'll do a short warm-up, elbows in, arms up. The palms are pulling strongly towards us, and while pulling, we squeeze the fingers for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. From here we turn the palms down, all while they are still pulling towards us. We will continue for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We turn this way, again pulling hard towards us. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I promise this is the last one, towards us. They're pulling hard, elbows out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another basic part we should look at are the shoulders. Hands out. The elbows do not bend and push back and forth, the movement comes only from the shoulder. And let's do it for 10 times. As I said, the key here is that the movement comes from the shoulder, as we draw the shoulder blades together and apart. We can feel it behind on our backs. It is important that the elbows do not bend. And after doing 10 times, we will focus on our pelvis. In a normal everyday position, it's slightly curved forward, which is why we have this curve in the lower back. When we do balancing poses, we want to align the pelvis with the floor, to be able to round the waist and tighten the abs. And this is a key element that we will need to refer back to throughout the class. Now that we're here, we'll start swinging for a handstand. These balancing poses are quite complex, and I advise you to go through all the different classes for arm balances, starting with crow pose, going through tripod, and only when you have perfected them, you may start with your handstand attempts. As in all other arm balances, we place the palms on the floor, shoulder width apart. Fingers gripping the ground, we're tightening the abs, and now let's lift one leg, using the other leg as a leverage. That's going to launch us up, and when we come back down, it's going to lighten the fall. Let's swing a few times, from lower to higher. It is important that the lower back is tight. The belly holds it, as we said a moment ago, and when we do not relax the waist, we will not fall further. If you've already mastered it, you may start directly with your swinging attempts with outstretched arms. Good. Once again. Take your time to feel confident in this part, and then move to the next part, in which we will start with palms shoulder width apart, on the floor. Let's bring our legs closer to each other. If you have an assistant, you can ask them to catch your leg above when you swing. Alex will now swing strong. The assistant grabs the leg, you can lift the other leg, and when you want to get off, you just drop the free leg and the assistant will drop the other leg as well. If you work alone, you can do it against a wall. My advice is to get close to the wall, then when you swing, you will find your center of gravity and move past it. You will find the wall with one leg, you will stop in the center with the other leg, and then you will push yourself away from the wall, trying to find your center of gravity. Ideally, we don't work against a wall, because when we use a wall, we have to move our center of gravity and lean against the wall, and it will be very difficult to stop in the center when we remove it. My advice is to swing without a wall, and have it there just in case you start to fall, or rather don't worry so much about falling. I will play the wall and Alex will only swing once. She may try to go past the gravity center to prove that it's not such big deal, or she may stop in the center. All right. Ideally we swing to the center and just come back. And once again. Great! I'll come back to the key element, which is the waist. When we start swinging, we usually forget that the waist needs to be rounded and the abs tight, and almost everyone has a curve in the waist. Alex and I will demonstrate you what is the difference, so let's do a handstand together. In one case the sacrum is relaxed and we have this curve here, and in the other case, when we tighten the abdomen, we stand up. Great! The other key element are the shoulders. As we were pushing a moment ago. Here in the same way, when we are in a handstand, we push out and lock the shoulders. We don't want them to look like this, rather we want to push and then lock. And maybe one last thing, the neck. I know it is a bit scary to stay upside down and we all want to look at the ground. But when there's too much of a curve in the neck, it goes down the whole spine and it becomes curved. We can look at the floor as much as possible. And keep the head tucked between the shoulders to reduce as much of a curve in the spine as possible. Good. And also, if we are working with a partner, you may try to keep the same position as if in a plank. In plank pose, there is no curve in the waist, and the abdomen is tight. The partner grabs us and declines us one way and the other a few times, so we get used to how the only movement comes from the shoulders and not from the waist. And if you're on your own, you can turn with your back to the wall, stand in a plank again, and just climb up with your feet. We won't show it here, but you get the idea. Alex, you can try climbing up your legs against the wall. And you only go up to where you feel confident, thinking about your waist all the time. The waist is rounded, and the abs are tight. If you do not feel confident and swing, just hold on still. Remember that the handstand is not only a matter of balance, but also requires a lot of strength work. So my advice is to work gradually, and at some point, it will work for you. Thank you and good luck.